Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christy from Van Ahn Company. It's Monday, May 16th. I'm going to go over the markets with you for the day. What you had is very quiet trade. You did not move these markets very much at all today, especially into corn. Majority of the day, almost all the day, you traded a penny lower in corn to find some buying support coming into the close. Able to close up about 3 1/4 on your front month, up a 1 1/2 on your deferred. So December, you actually closed at $4 on the dot. So you've come a long way since this recent sell-off in corn. It's been able to really hold its own against soybeans for the most part. Soybeans actually were down about 9 cents at one point, and we're able to close down 1/2 cent on your front month and up 1/2 cent on your deferred. So you had that little spread there. And then the wheat market had a big move, being down 5 to 7 cents, and then coming back, closing up 2 cents on Minneapolis, down 3 cents on Kansas City. What you also had is just, you built that premium into the market last week on talk of frost freeze, and you just didn't really get it that much. And I think that's why you started off the day a little bit pressurized. And so what you did is just you were able to come back saying, okay, the freeze didn't cause too many issues, but it was still cold enough to give it a little bit more time. And what you have is these markets kind of lingering around until they can find some more news, and there just isn't a lot of news out there right now. This afternoon we'll get planting progress report, and that'll give us a little bit of idea of how things are rolling. They should be coming well above pace, but a little bit behind last year's tempo. But last year we had one of the earliest springs there. And then the extended forecast are looking very favorable for planting to really probably wrap up for the most part. As that rain really stays in the southern parts, Missouri looks like it's going to get hit, so they could be delayed quite a bit. But your big I states, Nebraska, parts of Iowa that have been delayed, they should be able to have a 6 to 10 day forecast that looks extremely favorable for planting, that they shouldn't run into any issues. They should be dried up by then and be able to get rolling. So there's not a whole lot of news out there to push these directions in both. You're kind of waiting on the sideline, see if managed money is still wanting to be active, as you came out last week and saw that they were aggressive sellers of corn, aggressive buyers of soybeans, and so they continue that spread just a little bit there. They are getting top heavy onto the soybeans, and then they're about even as far as those corn goes, so they could move both directions as far as corn. You're going to be waiting until June 30th to get any hard news on acres. Otherwise, Informa came out here with some estimates and put it at 83 million acres on beans, which is just slightly higher than what you had from USDA, and I really think that's a good number to go off. It might be a little bit higher, but for the most part I think people are in the camp that soybean acres are coming up a titch, though they did keep corn acres really in line, which was a little bit of a shock. So you must be seeing those acres either come from wheat or a little bit of additional acres just being planted in Informa's eyes. Moving into the meat markets, you had higher trade there as you're chasing cash trade. Cash trade right now is about 10 to 12 bucks higher on live cattle as the futures, and so either futures need to come up or cash needs to come down. And what you're seeing is this futures market trying to rebound some support lines and rally up about $1 on live cattle, up just shy of $2 on feeder cattle, lean hogs up just slightly. You also had some friendlier outside markets with crude, about $1.50 to $2 higher there. That puts it in 47s now. The dollar was slightly weaker to steady, and then the Dow market was actually up strong, up about 150 to 200 points there. So moving forward, what you're going to see trade moving off of is planning progress this afternoon, and then what you're going to see is just those weather forecasts for the next 6 to 10 days, 8 to 14 days. Probably trade this market as we're wrapping up planting and seeing how far we can get done, and move forward to the June 30th crop report. I do have to close with a disclaimer: trading in futures and options involves risk of loss and may not be suitable for all producers. Have a great day.